Jai Hind. Okay, students, today we will start with the one more topic or a concept in life process, that is transportation in plants. By seeing this picture itself only you people might have understood that. So it is just a transportation in plants. Why? Because we have already studied in the last video, that is transportation in human being. Okay, so before we further or deep dive into this, those who have not subscribed my channel, that is Shiva Science Class, please do subscribe and please press a bell icon so that you will get the notification that if I post a one more new video, you will get a notification immediately. Okay, so all right, so one more time, Shiva Science Classes, please subscribe. Okay, right. So transportation in plants means what, sir? Like in a human being, even in the plants also, there are some materials which has to transfer from one place to another place, isn't it? Okay, then if so, how these plants will transfer the materials, that is especially the water and the food, how these things will transfer in the plant body, that we will see today. Okay, all right. So there are two tissues, as we already studied in the 9th standard in the lesson called tissues. There are two types of plant tissues, meristematic and permanent tissues. Okay, in the permanent tissues you might have studied a simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Am I right? Okay, then in the simple permanent tissue, three tissues you have studied: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Okay, whereas in complex permanent tissue, two tissues you have studied, that is a xylem, which is a water conducting tissue, xylem which conducts the water, another one is phloem. Okay, so today we will study about these two tissues first, and how these two tissues, how these two vessels actually helps in the conduction of water as well as food. Okay, right. First we will see the, am I going fast? No, okay, I know that you people are very smart, you will understand. Right, so transportation in plants heading I will rub now because I need little space. I have very small board, please be with me, adjust the situation. As you know, the corona is going on, just I ordered the whiteboard also, it has to come, yet to come. Okay, right. So xylem is a water conducting tissue, WC. Okay, so water conducting tissue, it is having four different types of a cell. Okay, that is xylem, parenchyma and xylem fibers. Okay, xylem vessel, then tracheids. Okay, tracheids. All right, so we will see these two things which specially helps in the movement of transportation of transport of water and some minerals dissolved in it. So you please do remember this, only water will not travel, the water also takes some minerals with it. Why? Because there are minerals in the soil, they will dissolve in the water, and along with the water the dissolved salt or dissolved minerals also come with the water. Okay, right. So parenchyma and fibrae, xylem parenchyma is a living cell. It is having a nucleus as well as cytoplasm in it. Whereas fibrae, xylem fibers, you can take xylem fibers, FIB, or please check the this thing also, spelling also, FIBRES, fibers. Okay, so these will help in the support. It simply helps it simply gives the support to the plant. Okay, right. So xylem vessels and tracheids also give the support as well as conducts the water. Okay, then so how these vessels are there, that we will see first. How vessels looks. Vessels are having a broad mouth like this, and having it is vessels are a dead cells, I tell you, made by dead cells. These dead cells are having the lignin and cellulose deposition on the cell wall. Cell wall is having lignin as well as lignin, see here, lignin as well as cellulose. Okay, So it is made by dead cells, means there is no nucleus and cytoplasm present in it. And here and there you will find some pits like this, okay, where two vessels are connected. Understood? Usually tracheids and vessels connects the water and minerals to all the plants, especially the vessels which connects the water and minerals in a flowering plants. It will take a major role in that. Vessels will take a major role, whereas tracheids, they will conduct the water and minerals, especially in non-flowering plants. Okay, right. So these type of tracheids we will find, these are pits, and here you will find holes, some holes where lignin and cellulose deposition is less. Okay, right. So here they allow the upward direction. I will show upward direction. Why? Because remember, water conduction is in only one direction, from the earth or from the soil to the parts of the plant, and especially last it reaches to the leaf. Okay, right. So this is the vessel, and tracheid, which is having a spindle shape like this. It is also a dead cell, made by dead cell, having a holes like this. Okay, these are tracheids. Okay, you people have studied these things, I think, in the 9th standard. Am I right? Okay, these also connects one end to another end. They looks like a fish like structures, a spindle shape. They are having the spindle shape. Getting my point? Okay. So then how these will help in the conduction of water? Let us take a plant now. Here I will take a plant. Okay, plant. Now you know that here the roots, primary roots, okay, primary root, secondary root, tertiary root, and root hairs like this. Okay, and here you will know that soil particles, in between the soil particles, in the free area, in the loosened area, you will get a water and minerals and oxygen, and all are there. Okay, so suppose if I take this root hair, here you will get a water molecule side to it, adjacent to it, and this water molecule is also having a minerals in it. Why? Because water is a very good solvent. It simply dissolves everything in it. Okay, so minerals present in the soil are dissolved in it. Okay, now we are having two solutions here. This is solution 1 and this is solution 2. And in this solution, you know that suppose a water molecule is more, then the minerals from this one will move into this. Okay, so from this solution, from S2, the minerals will move into this. Later, the concentration of water here decreases, then the water molecules move from its higher concentration to lower concentration. Like this, the water and the minerals enters from the soil to the root hairs, from the root hairs to root. Okay, it is the extended part of a root only, root hairs. Okay, so from the root hairs, root, and from the root to this stem, and stem to leaf. Like this, water and the dissolved minerals will travel. Okay, where the actually water has to reach, especially for the photosynthesis purpose, we need a water. That means plant needs a water, and all the tissues, all the cells of the plant needs a water, isn't it? Okay. Here you know that what leaves are there, and leaves, you know that they are having a stomatal opening is there. Okay, through this the water actually evaporate out, and we call that as a transpiration. You know, in the summer season and in the excess of wind blowing time, transpiration is more. Okay, so because of the transpiration, the cells present here will loses the water, isn't it? And this is our xylem vessel. This is our xylem vessel, xylem tissue. So here the water loss by the or from the cells, will take the water from the other cell. Why? Because that movement of water molecules from the higher concentration to lower concentration is there, that is osmosis, because here they will lose the water because of the transpiration. And water, like this, the water will move from one cell to another cell, one cell to another cell, like this the evaporation continues, transpiration continues, and here the cells which are lying here, which are there, that is mesophyll tissue, what you can say. So, mesophyll tissue are in the starvation of water. Then there will be a great pressure creates for the water. That is a suction pressure. Okay, that is a suction pressure. That suction pressure starts sucking the water from this root hairs and tertiary roots. So, like this, water and dissolved minerals started coming up because of the suction pressure. Because of the transpiration in the leaves, suction pressure creates. That suction pressure starts sucking the water and dissolved minerals from the root. Okay, on the way, simply the movement of water molecule from the higher concentration to lower concentration, from the higher concentration to lower concentration, like this, it starts giving the supplying the water, like this. Understood? So, vessels as well as tracheids are also there. Okay, if you cut if you see a cross section of stem, there you will see this is a vessel, and side to it there will be a tracheids like this. This is a vessel, xylem vessel, and tracheids like this. Xylem vessel and tracheids like this. You might have seen in the cross section of stem. Okay, like this you will find this is a main vessel. So, especially it will supply the water completely up to the leaf. Understood? Okay, then. All right. This is what a movement of water in the trees, in the plants. So, you just observe here, movement of water is there in the only one direction, unidirection. Understood? So, this we call it as a ascent of sap. Why it is sap? Because along with the water, the minerals are also added in it, isn't it? Along with the water, minerals are also added in it. That's why we call sap. And the movement of water from the bottom level, from the soil up to the end part of the plant, that is leaves, isn't it? That is ascending. That's why we call this movement of water is called as ascent of ascent of sap. Ascent of sap. Okay, right. So, this is movement of water in plants. Okay, let us move on to the next one. What is that? That is transportation of food, transportation of food. You already studied that the oxygen transportation and yes, oxygen transportation and carbon dioxide transportation in the plant takes place in the particular places only, like in the stomata, in the lenticels in the stem, and in the root hairs and the roots in the roots, right? So, like that there will be the transportation of those things will be there in the particular section itself, but here majorly we are seeing the transportation of water as well as food. Okay, right. So, food conducting tissue is phloem. Food conducting tissue is phloem. Okay, phloem is also made by 4 different types of cells, that is sieve tube. Sieve tube, we will try a little bit bigger one. Sieve tube, sieve plate is there. Okay, so this is living cell. Along with this, there is a companion cell. Companion cell. This is also a living cell, companion cell, which controls the movement of fluid, which controls the movement of food. And parenchyma, what is this? Parenchyma, I am sorry, I am writing in Kannada, parenchyma. Okay, phloem parenchyma, you have to add phloem parenchyma, companion cell, and phloem fibers, phloem fibers. Okay, so which gives the strength, which gives the elasticity to the this tissue. Okay, like this 4 different, this is a sieve tube. sieve, sieve tube, which allows the food to flow through it, and a companion cell controls the flow of food, and parenchyma cells collects the food, and it gives the rigidness or a strength to the tube, and like this one more tube is connected like this. Understood? So this is what the structure of phloem. So in the higher classes you will study it even deep, just you take a small knowledge about this one. Totally 4 cells, sieve tube, and this is a sieve plate which have a pores, through that the organic material or the food is going to pass. And companion cell is a living cell, parenchyma is a living cell, which companion cell function I am telling you, it simply controls the flow of food, and it simply stores the food, and it gives the strength to the or support to the phloem. Okay, right. So let us see how this organic substance or a food is going to supply to or throughout the plant body. Okay, right. So ask your friends to subscribe my channel if they are liking my videos, and ask them to press the bell button also, so that they can get the notification. Okay, we will take a big plant here like this, and the roots like this. Okay, and actually here I will take a leaf. So you all know that in a small plant, even the stems are also green, there the food synthesis going on, food synthesis takes place. Whereas in the bigger trees, where you will find a dark color bark, you will not find any greenish color, the photosynthesis process is not going on here, only the photosynthesis process will go in the green part of the plant body. So that food in the photosynthesis process, the food which is prepared, that has to move from the green part to the non-green part, like stem and roots, isn't it? So then we have a phloem collection here like this, phloem connection. It's a vessel, and side to it there is a xylem vessel. Okay, all right. So food is going to prepare in the leaf, and it has to come to this area. Which area? To the phloem. Okay, so here the food is moved from this area to this area by using its ATP, because the movement of molecule has to take place, movement of the sucrose has to take place. Here the sucrose is going to produce, or a glucose you can take. So this sucrose from the site of synthesis, from the site of generation, it has to move to the phloem, because phloem is the only vessel which conducts the food. So it has to move from this area to this area. So there it will make use of its energy that is there in the form of ATP. Okay, like this, active transportation of food takes place, sucrose takes place. Understood? By using its energy. So here sucrose will come, isn't it? So, and side to it, the xylem vessels which are also carrying the water. So now the sucrose is having a more concentration, or you can say more sucrose in that, water molecules are very less, then automatically water molecules from the xylem vessels move into the phloem vessels and makes this sucrose even the dilute solution. In the sense, the water molecules are more in that, then a pressure will be more here as compared to this area and this area. Automatically the solution start moving in the upper direction as well as lower direction. Of course, we need the food to move in the upper direction. Why? Because here there is a gravitational force, automatically the food will come down, no doubt, but from the higher concentration to lower concentration it has to move. That's why this water mixing from the xylem vessel will help for that. So here there will be more pressure, and movement of molecules is there from the higher pressure to the lower pressure, and same like that from higher pressure to the lower pressure. And here the non-green part is going to get the is going to get the food. Understood? So like this movement of food takes place in the plant body, and we call this as the how we have already called the movement of water as a ascent absorb. Like that, it is also having a name that is called as translocation of organic substance. Translocation of organic substance. Okay, organic substance, right? Organic substance. So with this we will stop now, and I hope about the transportation we have studied so much in the previous video, and about the especially plant transportation we have studied now. We just have studied. And one more thing I want to give a small message, that so we made a special video specially to check the blood pressure. So I just invited a very famous homeopathic doctor in Gadag, Dr. Subhas. Okay, he has explained very neatly about the how to check the blood pressure. Okay, I have a special video, and those who have not seen it, please go and see it, and ask your friends, ask your family members to subscribe my channel, so that so many health related videos in the coming days I am going to do, so that even family members in your home, like your father, mother, and so many your family members also can see the benefit of our video, and they can also get the benefit of my video. That's why ask your the friends and your family members also to subscribe my channel. Okay, all right, then I will meet you once again with one more new video, that is the concept of excretion in human being as well as in the plants. Okay, then till then please go through the video one more time, and go through the books one more time. So we will meet once again in the next video. Till then, bye bye, have a nice day, and Jai Hind.